Hello, welcome to Plasterboard History. My name is Alpha West and today is VE Day. To mark this important date, we're going to look at key events and turning points of the war in Europe. Firstly, the German invasion of Poland. The Second World War began at dawn on Friday the 1st September 1939 when Adolf Hitler invaded Poland. The Poles fought bravely, but they were heavily outnumbered in both men and machines, and especially in the air. Britain and France declared war on Germany on September 3rd, 1939. Dunkirk. On 10th of May, Hitler invaded neutral Holland and Belgium and northern France. Holland capitulated and the Belgians surrendered on 28th of May. With the success of the German Blitzenberg, the British and French troops were in danger of being cut off and destroyed. An evacuation by sea was organised, and warships, together with civilians' crafts, including the little ships, evacuated more than 338,000 British and Allied troops from the beaches of Dunkirk. The Battle of Britain. After France's surrender in June 1940, Hitler turned his attention to Britain. The following month, RAF Fighter Command airfields and aircraft factories came under attack. Despite its losses in pilots and planes, the RAF was never as seriously weakened as the Germans hoped. The battle was won by September thanks to radar, the ground crews and air factory workers, but crucially the brave pilots of the RAF. Operation Barbarossa, the German invasion of Russia. Since the 1920s, Hitler had believed Russia would provide the necessary living space for the German people. The Blitzenberg campaign against Russia began in June 1941. Despite repeated warnings, Stalin was taken by surprise, and for the first few months the Germans achieved spectacular victories, capturing huge swaths of land and hundreds of thousands of prisoners, but they failed to take Moscow or Leningrad before winter set in. On 5th-6th December, the Red Army launched a counter-offensive which removed the immediate threat to the Soviet capital. Stalingrad. The battle for Stalingrad began in late August 1942, and by 12th of September, German troops of the 4th, 6th and 4th Panzer Divisions attacked the city that bore the name of Russia's leader. Stalingrad had a symbolic significance as well as a strategic one. The Red Army's stubborn defence allowed General Zhukov time to prepare a counterattack that was launched on 19th of November 1942, and which was soon trapped to the Sixth Army commander by General Paulus. Stalingrad was one of Germany's greatest defeats, and it was effectively marked the end of Hitler's dreams of an empire in the East. Battle of El Alamein. The North African campaign began in September 1940, and for the next 2 years the fighting was marked as a succession of Allied and Axis advances and retreats. In the summer of 1942, the Axis forces were under Desert Fox. Field Marshal Edwin Rommel looked poised to take cargo and advance on the Suez Canal. Churchill, dissatisfied with the progress, appointed General Bernard Montgomery to take over of the Eighth Army. Montgomery immediately began to build up an enormous superiority in men and equipment, finally launching his offensive at Alamein in October 1942. By the beginning of November, the Axis forces were in full retreat, although final victory in North Africa was not achieved until May 1943. Monty became Britain's most popular general of the war. Churchill hailed Alamein as a glorious and decisive victory. The bright gleam has caught the helmets of our soldiers and warmed and cheered all our hearts. Day, Operation Overlord. Operation Overlord, the invasion and liberation of northwest Europe, began on D-Day, 6th of June 1944. By the end of the day, 158,000 men, including airborne troops, had landed. Initially, except on the American Omaha Beach, German resistance was unexpectedly light, but it soon stiffened, and the Allied breakout from the beachhead area was painfully slow. Eventually the breakout was achieved, and on 25th of August, Paris was liberated. Brussels followed on 3rd of September. Hopes that the war might be won in 1944 were dashed by the Allied failure in Arnhem, and not and the unexpected German offence in the Ardennes in December. It was not until 4th of May 1945 that German forces in North West Europe surrendered to Montgomery. Thank you for listening.